Owning a house is not an investment, and I don't care what people will try to tell you. Yeah, I said it, but before you call me crazy, let me prove it to you. Because I ran the numbers, I did the math, and I'm here to show you why buying a house might be one of the worst financial decisions you can make. And by the end of this video, hopefully you'll never look at home ownership the same way. Listen, people love to say that buying a home is the best investment that you'll ever make, but they're wrong. Those people are idiots, okay? Buying a home is literally just a status symbol, not an investment. And I get it, buying a home feels like a sign of success. It's the American dream, but I'm the numbers guy. I don't really care about what feels right. So let's break it down. This apartment that you guys are currently looking at, this camera, that camera, I pay about $2,400 a month. Let's compare that to a similarly priced home that you could buy. Say a $500,000 home, you put 20% down, current interest rates are about 6%, 30-year fixed loan, comes out to about $2,400 a month in your mortgage. And that sounds great, right? Same monthly cost, and now I own something. You're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. And that's because rent that you spend for an apartment is the absolute maximum amount you're gonna spend every single month. Whereas your mortgage that you pay for a house is the absolute minimum amount that you're gonna be spending. Let's talk about the hidden costs of home ownership. Renter's insurance for a place like this, cheap, 20 bucks a month. Homeowner's insurance, try closer to $250 a month or $3,000 a year. Property taxes, well, if you rent, then you're gonna pay zero. But if you own, then on average, you're gonna be paying 1% of your property value every single year. So on a $500,000 house, that's gonna be $5,000 your first year. In an apartment, when your dishwasher breaks, you just call the maintenance guy and he just shows up and fixes it. In your home, when your dishwasher breaks, you have to call a plumber or a dishwasher repair guy and you have to pay for it. And again, on average, people say to expect to spend about 1% of the property value on maintenance every single year. So that's another $5,000 in your first year. So now instead of $2,400 a month that you thought your mortgage was, you're actually spending closer to $3,500 a month on this home. But Jerome, it's okay that I'm spending extra money because it's an investment. Shut up. I'm getting to that. Over the last 30 years, the average American home has appreciated about 4% a year. We also know that the average American tends to live in their home for about 13 years. So, okay, in 13 years at 4% a year, my $500,000 home is probably gonna be worth somewhere around $800,000. Sounds great, right? Well, let's take a look at what you actually spent. You've spent about $375,000 in mortgage payments, most of that going just to interest and not even the principal amount. You've spent an additional about $50,000 in insurance, which scales as the price of the house goes up. You've paid an additional $83,000 in property taxes, also scales with the price of the house. Another $83,000 in maintenance, also scales with the price of the house. And of course, don't forget the initial $100,000 down payment you put down at the very beginning. Then you have another, call it $40,000 to $50,000 in closing costs, realtor fees, both when you buy the house and when you sell the house. And finally, your loan balance. You still have $306,000 left on your loan that you still have to pay off. And if you want to see the exact math, just go look up an amortization schedule online and you can type in the numbers that I've used and it'll work, it'll show you. So all in, you've spent $1,035,000. And then yippee, you sold the house for 800 grand. You just lost $230,000. But what if instead you just rented for those 13 years? But before we move on with the video, we have to talk about the sponsor for today, CoinTracker. We all know that the man is gonna come after your tax dollars no matter what. And crypto taxes can get super confusing super quickly. CoinTracker takes all of the guesswork out of it so you can file your crypto taxes quickly, accurately, and securely, either yourself or through your tax professional. If you're looking for a crypto tax software with easy account imports and integrations, then CoinTracker definitely should be on your shortlist. You can even monitor all of your crypto portfolio with historical data. The software supports over 500 different crypto brokers, NFTs, and 20,000 DeFi contracts. They even make a high-end concierge service called CoinTracker Full Service, which is going to be for the super active crypto bros and give you full account management with a dedicated professional, and can handle up to 1 million transactions. New users can sign up right now on cointracker.io, use code Jerome, that's Jerome, Use code Jerome for 10% off any of their premium offerings. Now back to the video. Okay, so let's say I keep renting this place at $2,400 a month, plus that $20 a month for renter's insurance, can't forget that. And let's also say that the rent increases at this apartment 3% per year. That means my total spend across 13 years is gonna be about $453,000. But here's the kicker. Instead of putting that same $100,000 down payment into a house, let's say I put that $100,000 into the stock market. Well, historically, over the last 30 years, the S&P has grown at 10.7% per year. And also, you remember all those other expenses, the insurance, the property taxes, the maintenance costs. Okay, let's say that we took all of that extra $1,000 a month and also invested it into the S&P. After those 13 years, my portfolio is actually gonna be worth $660,000. And then to make sure that the comparison is apples to apples with the ownership version, we're gonna subtract out the $100,000 initial investment. We're gonna subtract the $135,000 that we paid into the S&P, those additional payments. We're also gonna subtract the $453,000 that we paid in rent. And lastly, the $63,000 or so that you're gonna have to pay in capital gains tax at the end of those 13 years. The final total is that the real spend of me living in this apartment for 13 years is actually only gonna be $95,000. Meanwhile, you remember those homeowners? They lost $230,000. Remind me again, who's throwing away money? Me or them? Next time someone tells you that you need to buy a house and that renting is wasting your money, send them this video. If you still think that owning a home is a good investment, please, let's talk about it. Tell me why in the comments. Let's argue. I don't have anything better to do. And as always, if you like this video, make sure you smash that like button down below, subscribe to the channel, and as always, I'm your favorite ex-investment banker, Jerome, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.